Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ is the only way. WVTC, reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day.
The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
WVTC, reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ is the only way.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Come watch a behind the scenes of the Dhat Girl photo shoot. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you are Dhat Girl.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Dhat Girl. I am Shalonda. I'm your host, and we're here this Saturday morning, as we always are, lifting up, motivating, and encouraging one another to get up and to move out of our place of comfort, to get up and to move out into our place of purpose and destiny. Where is that? That's on the inside of you, where you somehow seem to have lost it, where you feel like you should be doing more, or something else should be going on with you in your life, where you're absolutely correct. That's that girl on the inside of you screaming to get out. And that's why I'm here every Saturday morning to show you, to highlight some areas in your life, just to encourage you to focus on these points, that you may move a step closer every day to reaching that goal. What goal am I talking about? It's the goal of obtaining your purpose, your divine purpose, why you were created. I don't know about you, but that is my desire, to be who it is and to walk in the place where God ordained and God created for me to be. And that's what Dhat Girl is all about, discovering her abilities that God created. Listen, you guys, we are in for a treat on this morning. As I told you guys, for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about the power of discipline. And this book by Daniel Walter is a good book. And I encourage you all to get this book. We're talking about the power of discipline. Oh, wow, guys, this thing has really been following me. And you know how it's something that you're working on. That means it's something that is especially for you. When it's something that you're teaching or talking about, I'm really realizing that this is something that if I can master discipline, oh, I really would be unstoppable. You know, I'm always talking about being blessed and unstoppable, being unmovable. If you can get discipline, if you can get this mastered, guess what? You really will be in a whole nother level, a whole nother class. What class am I talking about? A class of prosperity. What class am I talking about? A class that will make you above many. Many people lack self-control, self-discipline, self-motivation. But if you can get into and tap into what we've been talking about the past couple of weeks about discipline, I think this is really one of the key points to our success. Why do I need to be disciplined? Very glad you asked. Discipline rules everything. It sets your boundaries. It tells you when to go and it tells you when to stop. When you have discipline in every area in your life, you see it's a process, but the process have to start with you. If you can master self-discipline, you'll be able to be disciplined in other areas. Self-discipline meaning your emotions. Woo! If we can get a hold of our emotions, guys, and not let your emotions and not allow your emotions to take over and take you into a whole nother place. Do you know that so many things that you're faced with will come out you'll come out on top instead of always coming out with an L. You will stop losing out if you can maintain self-discipline, then you'll be able to see clearly how to handle situations and oppositions that may come up against you, that may come across your path. But when you lack discipline, you're all over the place. Somebody bring you a business deal. The kids used to say it, and it's just probably old now. You thirsty. When you act thirsty over everything, that's another form of lacking self-discipline. When you act like you just have to jump on everything, when you can't wait, when you over anxious, you have to master this because you'll lose a lot of money and you'll lose a lot of key contacts if you act like you don't know how to control yourself. And thing fake it until you make it. I think that would be a good point and a good place to put that right here. You got to be cool. That's even in the word of God. Be anxious for nothing. You can't show that you're anxious about every little thing. You're ready to jump out the window about it. You're ready to jump over and sign your life away. You're ready to give and to invest into everything. But you have got to maintain this self-discipline in order to be able to see clear. Discipline opens your eyes. Yes, discipline is this right here. It helps you to see forward. You're going to ignore this, what's on the left, what's on the right. You're going to ignore those distractions because that's what they are. What kind of distractions am I talking about? Overworking yourself, being indecisive of whether you're going to start your business or whether you're not going to start your business, overeating, overspending, um, giving too much of your time where time does not belong. That is one of the most important things that we have to remember to value is our time. Because if you don't know how to manage your time, you'll find yourself missing out on a whole lot because you will get overwhelmed and overworked and then you'll lose your focus. You'll miss it. I was watching something today on what is it? The Shay show. What's the guy? The Shay, I think that's what it's called. Shay Room or something like that. But he was talking. They were talking about Bernie Mac and how Hollywood. They're saying that Hollywood contributed to his demise because he had his hand in so many different deals that when he went to work and he let them know that he had this life-threatening illness, they didn't care. They continued to put the demand on his life, which caused him his life because he became overworked. Don't you know you're going to get opportunities from left and right all over the place, but you have got to have that mindset and you have got to know when to say when, because if you're out here, your name is signed on a whole lot of different dotted lines, you're only one person and there's only so far that you can go. So we have to be mindful of our time and the commitments that we put ourselves in. This is real good, and I hope it's helping you because it's helping me right now as I'm speaking about it. Because if you're not healthy, you cannot accomplish any of your goals. If you don't have a clear mind, if you don't have a mind that is focused, you cannot be successful in accomplishing any of the things that God created for you to do. Rest. Take time to rest your mind. Take time to rest your body. Take time to think before you speak. That's another great cliche. Think before you speak is very valid because when you think before you speak, that means you are a disciplined person. That means you're not going to just jump out there and blurt out the first thing that comes out of your mouth. I hope this is helping you all. Self-discipline, self-control, they run hand in hand because it is so important to have self-control. I mean, it is vitally important. What I tell you all, I'm often finding that it comes right back to me. I had a situation to happen to me just earlier part of this week. And self-control is everything because you never know who's watching. You'll never know who's watching you. So at all times, when people are around and when people are not around, you have got to do what? Exercise discipline and self-control. Discipline and self-control equals mental toughness. Remember, we talked about mental toughness a few weeks ago. Mental toughness will help you to have the ability to ignore drama when it comes your way. Guess what, you all? I failed. And I'm going to admit it this morning. I failed hard. Not perfect, not professing to be perfect, but I'm telling you all, this is for real because you never know what might happen if you let your guard down and boom and explode. You don't know who may be injured by the debris that comes out of your explosion. Let that resonate with you for a minute. Yes, I can do and say what I want to say. All things are lawful, but it's not expedient. Meaning, I have the right, the freedom of speech. Since we're in Black History Month, I have the freedom of speech. But guess what? I have to use wisdom and discipline, self-discipline, self-control, wisdom, so that I can get my mind tough, so that I will not have to be able to be put in a position that I allowed myself to be put in on earlier this week. Just imagine here, if our great ancestors would not have exercised their self-control and their self-discipline, a lot of things and a lot of laws that have been passed on our behalf, we would not have it right now. I'm going to tell you all what happened to me. I had a situation with an individual where I had been harboring and holding on to animosity. Yes, I said I was holding on to animosity. We're being 100 right now, because if we're going to uncover the true Dhat Girl, you see, we can masquerade and we can pretend this thing, but it is not going to be valid. I want to be all the way valid. When I speak to you all, I want you all to know I'm coming to you from my heart. So I had a problem with this person, and I just could not shake it because they did something to me that was against my morals, my moral standards. If you do this particular thing to me, you was just like, I don't want to fool with you. So this person crossed that line with me. And here's what I did. After over a couple of years, I finally decided this week to confront that situation. Why did I feel like it was necessary to confront that situation? Because anything at this point in my life, 54, 55 in September, anything that's in my path that I believe that is going to have anything that's going to hurt or harm me from moving forward to obtaining that which God created on the inside of me, I have got to deal with it. Whatever kind of residue, no matter what it is, no matter how long it was, you still have the right, people, to go and to address that thing. How do I know that I have offended you? If you do not let me know. It may be somebody looking at me every day, growling at me because I've done something to offend them. Every day, you are. We are not perfect. You may do, you might say, you might look, you might sway a certain kind of way that is offensive to a person. But if you don't know it, how is it that you can change that? You can't even change that about yourself if you don't even know that you have that. A lot of things that we do, since we're talking about the self-discipline, be aware of your actions. A lot of things that we do, we don't even know that we do that. We don't. So I sent out a text because it was really sensitive to me. And I knew at the point where I am now, I needed to get it off of me. You all might say this was a coward way of doing it. No. I needed to get it off of me, but I knew the repercussion behind it would kind of like be deep. But at the point, I needed to release myself. So I did just that. So when it came down for us to communicate about how I felt, boom. Did I tell you all, it could be an explosion that can happen before you realize it. Words were said, words, and I corrected myself, because you have to be mentally strong, mentally tough. This is where that self-discipline and self-control comes in at. Nobody should be able to say nothing to you that will cause you to get off your square or get out of character. That's how you know your foot may be kind of like overstepping off your square. It might be hanging off. You know how you imagine walking down the street and you just about across the line, and but your foot is still over on that side. There's still residue of this characteristic that you possess. You see, I'm not trying to fake like I'm perfect. I'm telling you all this for a reason. We have got to be able to see things for what they are. We have got to be able to allow people to have their opinions of you. Yeah, I can't stop you from thinking the way you want to think about me. All I can do is be affirmed and be confident and know who I am, because I'm striving to be who God created me to be. So this person, you all, I'm just feel so bad to tell you all this. I'm in the grocery store. Show me some love and compassion. Give me a little bit of hugs or something, because I did not mean to lose myself. And I'm sharing this with you all because I believe that's where so much turmoil is coming from in the world, because people have stuff built up and stored up in them that all it takes is for somebody to just push that button. You got to be stronger than that, though. You got to be wiser than that. You have to have more discipline and know when to just simply hang up the phone. I had control of the situation. I didn't have to endure what this person was saying to me on the phone. All I had to do was block them, cut the phone off. But no, I had to allow myself to be pushed over the edge. And I did, guys. And I said things that I know I was not supposed to say. Because one thing about it, you have got to be mindful. When you're a big person, when you're in a place where God wants you to be, you have got to look at the whole big picture. If I say this to this person, this, you can't take words back, you all. You cannot take words back. Let this be a lesson for you. You cannot take words back. But this gets greater. This gets greater. Listen in, listen in. So I'm in this store. I'm in this grocery store on my phone, really out of character, because I allowed my guards to be put down. Look up to the left of me. One of my clients and her 3 children was in that grocery store. You don't have to say it. That was a hot mess. At all times, you're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to be phony. But I'm telling you, when you're called out to a high standard, you do not have a choice. When that girl is being released, or when that girl has been released, you have got to know you cannot do, say, act. You even can't even feel the way you want to feel in certain instances, because you never know who may be watching. That was my punishment enough for me to have someone that I know value me, value my input. Now I'm human. I'm just having a human moment, but we have to be careful of that, you all. You have to be careful. So all I could do was just apologize to her. And she had my children, school-age children, and I'm teaching them about, being disciplined. I'm teaching them about self-control. And I allowed myself to go into a place that could have really been damaging for who? The people who were watching me. And I know that that's what's going on in the world today. We say, well, don't put your faith in me. No, 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 no. When you have a calling on your life, when you have arrived to a certain place, because God is creating the platforms for you. When God puts you on a platform and you know that it's God that put you on the platform, baby, you don't have a choice. You got to walk that walk the way you were created to walk. Discovering that, girl, comes a whole lot comes behind this. And I'm learning this. That's why I'm sharing this testimony with you all. That's why I'm sharing, to let you all understand that when you come out, you have to be prepared to come out. It's not just about being seen. It's not just about money that you're going to make. It's about the impact that you're going to have in the lives of others. That now at this point, you have got to be mindful of what you think, what you allow your eyes to see, what you allow your ears to hear, and by God, what you allow to come out of your mouth. If you don't take nothing else away from me this morning, please take away, be careful what you say, because you never know who's listening. And all I could do was, again, say, I'm sorry to the parent. I'm sorry to the children. They should have put me on the PA system in the grocery store. You all, I really allowed the situation to take me off of my square in totality. I was surprised at myself. But again, that showed me, girl, you haven't arrived. Get yourself back in there in prayer. Just came out of 21 days of praying fasting. That wasn't enough. Get yourself back up in there and get yourself together, because you're getting ready to go up higher. The higher we go, the harder you're going to be tested. The higher you go, the more people are going to bring things, the more people are going to talk about you, the more people are going to seek out to offend you. They're going to aim to prove that you are not all of that. You are not all of that you proclaim to be. So you have got to be ready, rooted, grounded, locked and loaded, and ready to show your adversaries, to show your distractions. Yes, I am. Bring it on. I'm not going to be moved. But you got to build yourself up to that. It's not easy. That's why I'm saying, get this book, read this book, pray. Desire it is the first. You have to desire discipline. You have to desire to be different. Why do I say discipline is different? Because it's a whole lot of people that lack discipline in many areas. It's a whole lot of people that lack it, but they want to act like they have it. But it's only a certain way. Like I just told you all, you'll get exposed. You will get exposed. If you really have discipline, be tried and be tested. Say you're not eating sweets no more for the rest of the month, and see, all kind of sweets gonna come your way. You're gonna be tested. And that's just to show you in the areas that you need to focus on. It's just a challenge, you guys. It's just a challenge to help you to be stronger, to help you to be mentally tough, so that when you are faced with giants, then you will be rooted, you will be strong enough that you will not waver. What does the word say? Just like a tree that's planted by the rivers of the water, I shall not be moved. My root, my self-discipline, which is the root of me, my self-control, my self-esteem should be so high and so rooted that I will not be moved. It should be watered. You see, if the water is feeding the roots and it's making them strong. So my desire, my strong will to be disciplined, to be on a whole nother level, that should be watering me down and holding me down so tight that by any means necessary, I don't give a flying leapfrog what you say. You will not be able to take me off of my square. Say that to your adversity, whoever it is, whatever it is, wherever it is, that's trying to get you to come off of your discipline regimen. I don't give a flying leapfrog what you do or what you say. I will not be moved. And this is so key and valid when it comes to our success. Take that with you today. Don't be moved. Be like that tree that's planted by the waters, strong. Here, I'm talking about mental strength. Baby, if you can get mentally strong, yeah, that's where that unstoppable energy come in. If somebody know that they can't move you, they'll try as hard as they can try. You're not moving me. You're not going to get me to come out or come off of where I know that I'm headed to. Because what happens when you deviate from your path, which is leading you to your purpose and your destiny, guess what you do? It takes you back a few steps. Then you have to take a turn, and you have to try to go back up that path again, because you got to go down that path. It's no way around discipline and self-control. There is no way around it. And it equals a mentally tough mind, which equals which equals prosperity, which equals self-motivation. You won't have to look around for nobody to do nothing, because you'll be in the lane to be a great achiever. You're in that lane called I am an overcomer. Don't swerve for nobody, you all. And I hope my moment of transparency have been a blessing to someone or some kind of help to you all. Stay focused, stay disciplined by any means necessary. You have got to continue to feed your mind things that will strengthen it. Like I said, the tree that's planted by the water is being strengthened. So you have got to be careful again of what you allow to come in, because it can determine your outcome. You got to be careful with what you're feeding your emotions, because it can and it will have something to do, a whole lot to do with your outcome. You all, when I just get to getting good, time is almost running out, but stay encouraged, stay your course of discipline, and I guarantee you, you will reach your destination. No other way. You can't get off at, I want to do it because I want to do it. You got to stay on that. That's the wrong exit. You can't get off on, I'm grown, I make my own decisions. You have to stay on, because discipline matters. What you eat, how you sleep, what you think, it all matters when it comes to your purpose and your destiny. That's all, folks. I hope you guys have been motivated and encouraged by this word on today. Listen, get outside, enjoy yourself, and know that I will not be moved. Tell yourself, I will walk through this day like the tree planted by the waters, unstoppable and unmovable. Listen, until next Saturday, I have been your host, Shalonda. And again, I hope you guys have received something from today and know that you are that girl. Be encouraged, and I will see you all next week, same day, same time. Later.
Come watch a behind the scenes of the Dhat Girl photo shoot. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you are Dhat Girl.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago.